Today's journey on Positive Profiles takes me to one of the easterly parishes of the country, where we'll be speaking with one of the community activists, a stalwart, a true sportsman of many various backgrounds. I'm your host, Rashid Holder, and we'll be chatting with Mr. Roland Waithe, and he tells us all about his journey from being a professional, amateur sportsman to a community activist. Mr. Waithe, thank you for joining us on Positive Profiles, and it's a pleasure to have you.
Same here, sir.
And we spoke a lot off camera,
Yeah.
but now is the time for you to share that wealth of information that you would have provided earlier. And I want to start the conversation by asking, where did it all begin?
Well, I went to school at Presentation College. And I can remember before going there, I went to a private school through the same gap. And I would see the boys down the pastor running around. So I came and I told my parents I wanted to go there. And the only reason I wanted to go there is because I see the boys playing football. I never played all my life, but I see it on the pastor there and I wanted to be part of that.
So from young you were a
So from
football
very young,
enthusiast.
I did love football.
Right.
Right. So I got my wish. I eventually was sent there at the age of 9 plus. Cause my birthday fall in November, which would be 10.
After the term.
So after the term began. So I was the youngest boy in that school at 9 years old. And during my time there, and I tell people this all the time, don't be ashamed. My only focus at President College was football. So you gotta understand the licks that you get. Coming 25th, only 26th, and that kind of thing. And I went right through that school, and the only thing that I really loved about that school, apart from that, the brothers, I think they were very nice people, and I think they were very disciplined and stuff.
Yeah.
Football was my thing. And when I left Presentation College with 1 or 11 English language, I came home immediately looking for a pair of football boots. And I can remember they went to a place in Edgecliff that was during the crop season. And I went down there. I spent loading cans behind my parents' back, of course. And I got $34.04.
No, that was a lot at the time? Or
Lot of money. My only aim was to raise money to buy boots. Because my mother said, you're not getting boots, you're going to 11 Institute. And that's way out there too.
yeah.
Of course, someone told her that I went loading cans, and I will tell you the licks that I got. Because I supposed to be in the house.
You're supposed to be in the house preparing for these O levels.
Eventually, I went to the 11 Institute and I came back, I got 6 11s, I got my books, and then I started playing football. Up Going Hill here, and the team at the time was the St. John team, because during those days we had inter-parish football.
Yeah.
Right, so I started playing with the St. John team.
So the love for football drove you to
Drove me.
Presentation College,
Yeah.
drove you to become, a cane loader just to make sure you could get your
Yes.
boots. So you were driven by sports from a very young age.
Very young, very young.
So,
At that time it was basically football. Right? But going up the road now, because I would live what I would call a shared life, because my parents were very strict. So I could really go down the streets and run around, and then the other guys out there playing. But by going out there to football, which was allowed,
yeah.
I get in to meet other guys that playing road tennis. I was about 15, 16 then. So I started playing road tennis also.
So you developed from being a footballer to being
Both.
a road tennis player
Both.
as well.
Both.
All right.
So when I didn't play road tennis, I played football. As the years progressed, then I moved out of the St. John. Well, that came to an end. Because, back in the day, that competition was, like I said, was in the parish, and then it came to an end. So obviously, fellas had to look for something else to do. Because at that time, the St. John League didn't start yet. I'm not sure which came first. But anyhow, I went and joined Empire Club.
Yeah.
Right? So I took my football to the city then.
So you traded to the city.
Right. So I went to Empire. Then I left Empire and I went to Quakers in Cardiff Village. And then, while playing for Quakers, I met a guy named Anselm Marquez. He was the coach at YMCA. And he told me to come over there, so I went at YMCA then.
So football basically took you through various communities around the
basically.
island.
So during that period, of my love for the sport. The other guys then organizing the St. John League. As I mentioned earlier, there, Lashley, the Jefferson Trotman, Anthony Beckers from Portugal. These were the guys, and they had Trevor Marshall. He was also a part of the historian, Trevor Marshall. He was also one of the organizers. He even had his own team. But he was from Carleton. So that Carleton thing, he was the captain, coach, manager, everything.
So you were pretty active then during. So you were a very fit person.
I was there so.
Right.
I was there so.
And obviously, you know, you traversing various communities,
Right.
meeting, you know, different people.
Yes.
You know, how did that spirit of community and the camaraderie that you shared with, you know, these various individuals help to shape who you are today?
But as I said, apart from the competitive part of it, you meet a lot of people playing football. But once you're there playing football, you meet other people, especially if you're in the city.
Yeah.
So I gathered a lot of friends that I never had before. A lot of people I get to know. And then in other areas then, the point was one of them. And through Hamilton Lashley, I ended up working up there, doing community work up there, organizing football tournaments up there with him and stuff like that. That's it. Even before I deal with St. John.
So before you came and brought that community activist spirit to St. John, you were doing the playing. Okay.
I was young then.
Yeah.
And then I said, I'm from St. John. We need to do something out here. Because at that time, as I said, I had the St. John League running thing, and then it started to peter out because the interest level started to drop, things started to get less. And that's when I came on board then. So being the St. Joseph thing, Church Village from St. Philip thing into it. And that year was good. We had a good turnout, I think.
I think you said there were about 12 teams
Right,
or so
12 teams.
in the competition.
And then the following year then we took it to another level. Instead of doing the St. John League, we said St. John League award participation. That was the catchword over there. So we had teams from Barbados, Parish Land, the Defense Force, one from Black Rock.
From all over.
All over came. And that year was the year that we really had a big turnout. So I can remember one of actually the finals was live on CBC and CMC, Caribbean Media
Corporation.
It was live and the commentator was Griffith, that played for Barbados.
Yeah.
He was the commentator.
So that whole, you know, organization of this tournament led you into something that you probably never thought of outside of just playing football, because
It's true.
as you say, you met so many different people. Then you were involved in, you know, various ways in the sport now. So after you hung up your boots now and decided that you can take this, you know, community spirit from the Pine and bring it home to St. John, why was that important for you?
Well, first I should correct you. I never hung up my boots. I'm 70 years old now, but I only started playing football in 2019.
Alright, you do the Masters.
And I started running at 2013.
Yeah.
So I was doing two together, right?
And you picked up athletics late.
Yeah, very late. And I will tell you about that when we get again. But when we came to St. John, as I said, and we were doing the football, I started getting it, but as you know, I told you earlier, I played about tennis. People wanted a competition. I had about 20 of us playing out there, beating one another all the time, and then this thing come up, man, we should get a competition. I said, no problem. And I organized a road tennis competition, one of the first we had in St. John. And we had about 16 players. But we had.
So, sports has not only helped shape your life from a young age, but it has also made you transition into doing something a lot more healthier for yourself.
Definitely.
Right. And obviously as a activist and a, you know, some person within the community that people, you know, look up to, you want to make sure you set a good example.
That's true. So right now I was on a diet now, like from 16 or somewhere around there. And then I tell people I eat sweet potato and fish and water, how you get that do every day as well. But I was switching up a little yam in between.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things like don't eat anymore, don't eat bread, don't eat rice.
I was gonna say certain habits you don't indulge in anymore.
But these are things that I did before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the spinal was health-wise, it has helped me. I never ain't tell people I'm 70, some don't want to see my early, but I know how I feel like 70. You gotta hold it, right? So, as I said, because of the competitive edge of me, when I started running, it's really, at that time, the government used to pick a team, a Barbados team to travel to the U30 World Games. And they made the team, I think, in 2014. And so from 2014 till now, I've continued to travel. Even though that government don't pick a team anymore. Right?
Well, as you said, sports has been your life from a very young age.
Yeah.
And you continue to be involved, if it's not participating, but at the organizational level.
Definitely.
So, Mr. Waithe, as you say, you're a stalwart of St. John, a real community man. And we want to thank you very much for being here with us today on Positive Profiles, because age is nothing but a number. And it is never too late, to start greatness. If that is one of the takeaways from Mr. Waithe today for sure, is that you don't have to wait until you're a certain age to do things. Start now, and you too can be on a path to greatness. This has been Positive Profiles, and I'm your host, Rashid Holder.